Hello, everybody. My name is Brian Ferguson, and I am one of the assistant principals at Carolina High School, part of Greenville County Schools. What I've got in front of you today is what we call an employability evaluation. This is one of the instruments that we use to determine college and career readiness for our students, which one of our mission areas is that all students graduate college and career ready. And through an employability evaluation, we can actually conduct a student's assessment of their workplace skills, and they can be deemed career ready, which again counts for college and career readiness for our students, or what we often call CCR. What you've got in front of you is the employability evaluation, and what we partner with businesses on is getting feedback for our students as a workplace evaluation, and then also a little bit of an improvement plan on areas that they can work on as they progress in their learning in the workplace. So I'm going to go over this document. It's a pretty basic document, but first off, a couple of things that I want to call your attention to. We need to make sure that the student name and the work site is on there. This is a part of our evaluation documents. We need to know where they're working and what they're doing. The next thing that I want to point out to you is the evaluation score key. This 1 through 5 key is going to be what we're using throughout this employability evaluation. I often describe as 1, the student needs a lot of work in this area. 5, they're the best ever. Most of the time, students are somewhere in between, but please take a look at that key. We do need for students to have a 3 or better on as an average. To have this be an approved work-based learning experience. And again, if there's things that you want students to work on, we can certainly evaluate that lower. But if you have any questions on that, feel free to reach out. Again, Brian Ferguson at Carolina High School. Okay, so now that we've hit the evaluation key, we're going to look down at the 10 employability attributes. These are these items under this heading right here. They're numbered 1 through 10. And the evaluation score, that 1 through 5, will go in this little box over there to the right. If you want to put any comments about the student and their work habits, please make sure to include those in that comments area. But we need an evaluation score 1 to 5 in each of these areas for number 1, attendance, appearance, and punctuality. Number 2, initiative, motivation, self-direction. And it goes on all the way to number 10. We just need that 1 through 5 score. And again, any comments that you choose and that 1 through 10 employability attributes will be our employability evaluation for that. And that ends at number 10, creativity and innovation. The next thing that we look at is, again, that improvement plan part of this employability evaluation or this workplace learning opportunity. And what we ask for students to do is to identify 3 skills that they want to improve on. And so they can find a list of skills below. They don't have to use these skills. They can use these skills. If you have certain skills that you want them to work on, they can identify those in those 3 boxes there as well. But if for skill 1, skill 2, and skill 3, we also need these to be rated using that same 1 to 5 scale up top. You will put the evaluation score right in that box next to those skills. And that's about it. We're really looking, again, for an evaluation of their current skills. We want to think about their improvement and how they're rated on those items currently. And then the last thing, we just need those signatures. Student will sign, the supervisor will sign, and then the final piece is the total hours worked. Now, if a student has been there under 40 hours, we need to wait until that 40-hour threshold has been reached to have it count as a work-based learning opportunity. It needs to be 40 or more. And that's not 40 hours in 1 week, just a total working time of 40 hours or more. Obviously, if they've been there for 6 months and they work about 30 hours a week, you can do the math. You can put however many hours that we've got there. Just needs to be 40 or more to qualify as a work-based learning experience. My name is Brian Ferguson. You can find me on the Carolina High School website under the administrators. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me, or the student can also interface with me and answer any questions that you may have. But we really, really appreciate your partnership with our seniors and our students here at Carolina High School. Thank you so much for your time.